T-line. Oh my God. Crazy. Where did Bob and Megan go?
Right there.
This is wild.
Yeah.
It's so windy.
You can't even see.
Alright, good?
Yeah.
Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from SkiEssentials.com.
I'm Bob. How's it going?
Matt.
The three of us are here today to finally do our on snow Enforcer 94 and Anomaly 94 comparison. We tried last week and we just had some really challenging weather, a lot of wind holds and some variable conditions, but I thought we would start with a recap of last week. Bob, why don't we start with you? What are your general thoughts on what you experienced last week?
My general thoughts is that these skis are very comparable.
Yes.
You know, I always find that to be kind of an interesting thing when people ask us to compare two very similar things.
Yep.
And it's like, these are very similar skis in terms of application, construction, skier type, overall composure and capability. So it's really, we are really like getting into fine differences on snow.
Yep. It is a common question though.
It is, yeah. And like, you know, at the end of the day, if you've narrowed it down to these two skis, chances are you're going to be a pretty happy skier because they are both just phenomenal.
Yep. And you've been skiing 182 Anomaly.
Yep.
And 179 Enforcer.
Correct.
I think the only ski that we really wanted that we couldn't find is a 185 Enforcer.
Yep.
Matt, do you have any like lasting memories from the couple days that we skied last week?
Pretty much what Bob was saying, that they're just so similar and that they target the same market in terms of this skier type. Like if you narrow it down to these two, you can pick which graphic you like more and you would be happy. You would be happy. I do remember, this might change just with different snow conditions now, but I do remember that the Enforcer I felt like to make different turn shapes more than the Anomaly, at least in my experience.
That is fascinating.
I felt like the Anomaly wanted to sit in its radius a little bit more, but I think that'll probably change with today's snow conditions.
Same lengths for you. You were 182 Anomaly and 179 Enforcer.
Yep.
So interestingly, I felt the opposite. I was on 179 Anomaly and 173 Enforcer. And I just found the Anomaly felt a little bit more dynamic in the things that it was willing to do. But then alternatively, Enforcer, for me at least, had more bite and like more vigor entering a turn.
You know, there's a snowboard that we've reviewed called the K2 Excavator.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I'm agreeing with you here, Jeff. Like, I found this Enforcer
It
wants to
excavates.
just excavate through turns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my experience, I guess, was a little different than yours, Matt, where I felt that Anomaly was a little smoother in its transitions and a little more amenable to making different turns. Whereas this Enforcer, to me, just felt like it wanted to just rip into the snow and displace as much of it as possible in a similarly shaped turn.
Right.
But yeah, that's why different people test skis and come up with different things.
Yeah, like I found to use some other adjectives, I found Enforcer, or rather Anomaly, felt like a little bit more supple, and then Enforcer just like more like raw power, sort of.
I
don't know is the best way to describe it, but whatever.
I think part of my experience might have been because I had been spending so much time on the Enforcer 99 earlier this season.
Sure, yeah.
And this was my first time revisiting these skis since last year. So maybe there is part of that getting to know you process that's happening right now.
Potentially.
So I would imagine my opinion would change by the end of this morning.
Oh,
So
we'll see.
We'll see.
Doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's your opinion.
Yep.
So anyways, I am still on a 173 Enforcer today. Bob, you're on a 179 Enforcer. Matt, you've got the 182 Anomaly. And then we do have another 179 Enforcer with us. We couldn't get the 176 Anomaly because that's actually out with a customer demoing it. So I got a 170 Anomaly 94.
Yep.
Which I think will be very interesting because then I will have gone 176, 173, 170 for the 3 skis. And then I think like I'll also hop on 179 and 182, depending on how much time we have. So
well, let's also keep our eye out for the 176 Anomaly out here on the hill.
And just get it.
Just get it.
Yeah. Find the guy and take it. Be like, here, you take this. I like that idea. So anyways, we'll go skiing now, and then yeah, we'll keep you updated on how the morning goes.
Why don't other boot companies take what ZipFit does and apply it to their top line?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems so obvious.
Like, that's all I've wanted for years. I'm like, why can't they let my forefoot wiggle around?
I'm just gonna put a black square over the footage of my boots and say we can tell you about this tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
15th, yeah.
There is 15th tomorrow?
I think so, right? Or it's Wednesday, maybe 1, 2, 3, 15th? Okay. That was the rare moment when Perry Merrill is bad.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I guess that far right side at the bottom was fine, but
Yeah, you looked okay over there.
certainly not what we were hoping for, I guess.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. That said, so basically what was happening, they were making snow on the trail next to it, and I think there's some moisture in that snow, and it was like blowing over to the trail that we just skied, and the middle was frozen.
Yeah.
But then they had done extra groomer passes on the edges, so it was like you just hit this crazy firm spot right in the middle. So I think I kind of need another one.
I think we should try something else.
Yeah, but that said, like, there was a moment when I first hit that icy stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm glad I have an Enforcer 94 on my feet.
Right, and not like a Playmaker 101.
Which is what I
something
skied
like
all
that.
day yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have kind of recent memory in my head of what that would have felt like. And yeah, on really, really I mean, that was like pure frozen snow, like ice.
Yeah.
And it actually handled it okay. So anyways, we'll try again, and then yeah, we'll report back. So that was 2 runs in the books. I had a lovely run down Nosedive. Sounds like, Matt, you did the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I went and swapped boot liners, which is not something that I do very frequently, and more on that to come. Shout out ZipFit for changing my life. But anyways, I had a blast. You were following me.
Yeah, it was so
2
much
runs
fun.
ago, and that's like, to me, what this ski does really well. And I know last time, so like last year we did the Enforcer 94 like length comparison thing, and I pretty much squarely landed on 179. I think with the new build I might be a 173 skier, because I wasn't like going slow, and I never felt like I needed more longitudinal stability, you know what I mean? So that was great. And I mean, there's a lot to be said about that run, and a lot of people, their picture of a great ski day involves a lot of that.
Right.
And like, I mean, I could do that all day. I'd be perfectly happy and go home with really tired legs and fond memories.
It looked like you were excavating.
Yeah, to go back to Bob's label. Yeah, it felt like I was excavating. I try and channel Megan in those moments.
Looked like it.
Really pull the inside leg back, and I think about her making fun of me.
Yeah.
And then I tried ski so she wouldn't be able to make fun of me. And then Matt, I missed it, so I'll have to relive your experience through video. But how did your run go on the Anomaly?
Went great. Lots of turns, which was great on the legs.
Sweet.
It's very interesting how much more spring and energy you get out of the turn compared to the Enforcer, which is more damp and composed.
Yep.
I think that there is a lot more of that rebound in the Anomaly without sacrificing edge grip or torsional
I think some of it
stiffness.
is like flex.
Yeah.
Because I do think Anomalies are softer.
Yeah.
And you probably are bending it a little more easily and getting a little bit more snap out of it.
Totally. But overall, like very, very good in terms of high speed stability, excellent edge grip and edge hold. The turn initiation in these is incredible. Like, it almost feels like a mantra type turn little to me. Like, it
more,
really wants you to pulls you in very nicely.
Well, they made the tip a little more bulbous.
Right.
So
yeah.
I do think that's a difference compared to like Brahma Bonafide.
Yeah.
Is that just that first turn initiation is a little crisper.
And when I needed to shut it down, that added tail rocker in the back really helped my ability to just put it sideways really quickly and lightly release the tail to just check speed.
Yeah.
Which was great. So
Sweet.
overall, very impressed.
Bob, do you want to get a nosedive run?
Sure.
And then we can go ski those lower national bumps.
Yeah, I like those bumps.
And then like you guys could maybe switch skis or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, we're gonna go do that. Give Bob the nosedive treatment, and then we'll talk to you soon.
That was a nice jump. It's getting big.
Bob, what do you think? Nosedive sweet, huh?
Nosedive's sweet, and like groomers don't stay smooth all day.
Yeah,
like,
it's already getting bumpy.
It's an hour into the day, and the ice is getting unearthed.
Yeah.
The piles are starting to pile up.
Yeah.
And it just makes sense to have a ski of this width and this build for those situations. You know, you could certainly make an argument that narrower will hold better on those icy spots, but just having that extra width for me means it's just more predictable and comforting.
I agree.
I like that comfort that the extra width provides.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially like on a trail like that with conditions like this, in light like this, like
Yeah.
you can't exactly see what you're gonna hit next.
Right.
So the composure of the ski helps a lot, both through its stiffness and vibration damping, and also through its width.
Yeah.
What about, you looked fine in the moguls.
Moguls are great. I mean, those are pretty gentle moguls.
I think by the time I got a turn, it wasn't even moguls anymore.
No, they definitely flattened out a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, they're super quick for how stiff and heavy they are. And you know, this is the 179. I do think like on, you know, given our previous discussion with Enforcers 99 and 104, I am kind of moving a little bit longer. Like stuff like that, run on Nosedive.
You'd rather have 185?
I'd rather have a 185.
Yeah.
I think that we don't always just get to choose our ski length based on run. So
right. You think overall you're still 179?
Overall, I'm still 179, but it's pretty clear where that extra width, that extra length comes in handy. And if you're the skier that legit spends 90% of your time at those velocities and making those turns,
yeah,
then you're going to want to take a closer look at a longer length.
Do you guys want to switch skis at the top?
Okay.
Sure.
And like, I guess just ski nosedive again? Or do you want to go do like something ungroomed before you switch?
Let's do maybe a half and half ungroomed and then switch.
Yeah, okay. Like a, I don't even know, hayride?
Go take a look.
Is hayride ungroomed?
That was groomed over the weekend.
That was groomed over the weekend? All the way across?
All the way down and all the way across.
There's no like ungroomed skiers, right?
Might have to investigate.
All right. Well,
We'll go on an adventure.
We're gonna go find something ungroomed, and we'll ski that, and then we'll start swapping some skis around. like a sheet of ice.
This is brutal.
That is a sheet of ice.
All right.
What about like Gulch? Or do you want to go do Centerline?
Probably Centerline would be
The
better.
snow looked way better. That doesn't look bad.
Way better. Okay.
Oh, big bump. Hilarious.
These are sweet.
You're enjoying yourself?
Yeah. Like this is like one of the hardest moves in skiing is to get from Matt's bump to that bump.
Yeah, how do you do that?
You really,
Pre-hop?
you kind of jam the shit out of your absorption and then
Yeah.
try to make that move into the belly.
Yeah.
You want to see?
Yeah. That was something.
Yeah. These are very, very tight.
Handles?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's the ski handling it?
Just fine.
Not too stiff?
They're pretty stiff,
Yeah.
but when it's icy,
Yeah.
you kind of want
That's true. A little
something.
trust.
Yeah.
Matt, what about you?
You know, I am, because I'm not as good in the moguls as Bob, I'm thankful for the softer flex
Yeah.
of the Anomaly, but
think
then
I'd be
sometimes
with
when
you.
I get kind of loose, then I kind of wish I had that so I could shut it down.
Yeah.
But there's still enough torsional stiffness where you can do it. But also, with how much energy out of the tail there is coming out of the turn, sometimes you're like, oh my God, that was abrupt and
yeah.
a lot of speed, but
No one seeks this out though. This is like
Like pure,
1% of skiers seek this out.
pure testing.
Yeah, otherwise
me.
people just end up here
Right.
and have to get down.
The only reason I think it's good for us is because it is hard.
It is hard.
And, yeah, like
It's hard on multiple levels.
yeah, and it
It's-
makes you feel the ski.
yeah.
You want to go like ski Gulch?
Yeah, let's do like Christie Woods to Gulch.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then should we all go swap skis?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I guess you guys just swap between the two of you, and I'll go get that sweet 170.
Nice.
Can't wait. All right. Oh, sorry.
Can't see the land.
you're good.
Are you still filming me?
Yep.
Oh boy, okay. I feel like when Bob skis moguls, he just like, I don't know how you like every time I watch you ski moguls or film you ski moguls, somehow you've found like a perfect line. And then I get into moguls and I'm like, I do like,
that wasn't, you did great.
I do like 3 and then I'm like, I have no idea even what to do with my body.
I look for the fall line first. So if you like drop the basketball here, like that's technically where it usually goes towards that shed.
The basketball would go right there.
You think so?
Yeah.
We need the ball. I think it would end up at the shed.
Do you want to bring one tomorrow?
Yeah.
Just take a helmet off.
I don't know. I like from here. I always aim at the shed,
All right, I'm gonna aim at the shed.
and don't let your hips leave the fall line, no matter what.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
170 is kind of weird. I just couldn't get like all the way over the front.
No, I found the same with those in the 179.
Really?
Yeah,
Just a little
a
short.
little short.
It's fun though. 15.5 meter turn radius
That's
in this.
tight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like what I was saying. It's like an extension of the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
It's interesting how like on the old Enforcer, we were both like, yeah, like 179 is fine.
Yeah.
But then like this is more tail rocker. It's a little stiffer.
Where
Maybe
I'm the
like longer.
opposite because I now think 173 is fine in the
Yeah.
Enforcer.
Yeah.
And I think for me it's just because they're a little stiffer.
Yeah.
And like at my weight, I don't know. I think I'm on the fence about 173 or 179 Enforcer. But I think I'm squarely a 176 Anomaly skier.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's no question about that.
And I'm squarely a 182. Like this
Yeah.
feels considerably longer than that 179 Enforcer.
That's interesting. All right, you want to go do another?
Yeah.
Okay. Good?
Yep.
I'm going to make little turns.
Little turn.
All right, how'd that go?
It went great. It's just, this is really slick ice in between those.
Yep.
Like it's not
Yeah.
a simple task.
Is there a ski that you prefer in moguls?
I'd say still the Enforcer, slightly.
Yeah.
I find them a little quicker,
Yeah. Okay.
edge to edge. These, I don't think it's the length. I think it's the taper.
Yeah.
Like this is just a little bit more eager to turn as opposed to pivot
Twist.
and slide
Yeah, I
when
know what you
you're
mean.
when
Yeah.
you're unweighted.
Yeah.
And I think that that's part of that free ride pedigree
Yeah.
that those Enforcers have. Like they have that free ride pedigree, but they're in the build of a
Yeah.
race ski.
What about on a groomer?
This is smoother. This Anomaly is
Anomaly.
smoother.
Yeah.
Just a more even flex.
Yeah.
You can flex it.
Yeah.
You know that Enforcer's, it's really stiff.
Yeah. I go
Um,
back and forth, to be honest, on
Yeah.
which one I prefer. Like depending on the snow conditions, depending on how I feel, my energy level. Like the Enforcer, I feel like it hits another level that the
Yeah.
Anomaly doesn't quite hit. But then it's like a question of whether or not you want to get to that level.
No, I like the transitions and the smoothness of this Anomaly on a groomer.
Yeah.
As opposed to just really having to kind of grit your teeth and
Yeah.
work that
No, Enforcer
Enforcer.
is more teeth gritting groomer
Yeah.
skiing for sure. Matt, any thoughts? Do your opinions align with Bob's, or do they vary?
No, they align with Bob's for sure. Certainly prefer these in the bumps. That
Yeah.
pivoting and swivelly nature that these have certainly helps. But yeah, like the taper shape in the Anomaly definitely I feel like wants to pull me up. Like when I'm starting to get into a bump turn,
If the
like
skis want to go uphill.
the skis want to go uphill.
Yeah.
Whereas these, I can just slide into it and then just kind of wait for the bump to come.
Yeah.
But I think I still prefer the Enforcer on a groomer.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me. You're young and strong, and
But I think I would want to play with the mount point of these to see,
yeah.
because like that has less tail than the Enforcers, especially with the forward moving the mount point forward.
Yeah.
At least it feels like it. And I feel like if I had more tail in the Anomaly, I think that would
Interesting.
help me decide. But overall, I think I'm Enforcer for what we're doing today.
All right, so here's my profound assessment. I would say throughout this process, I have learned that these skis are more similar than different.
yeah.
I have not learned, but become acutely aware of the 3 centimeter jumps between length. And like, I actually find that to be extremely useful. Because if you're hung up between the 2 skis and you really like, I know some people really like are specific about length opinions, like you can go off length and you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, like if on paper 179 is your length, don't overthink it. get an Enforcer 94 and a 179. And like for me, I have pretty much landed on preferring the 176 Anomaly 94 over out of everything I've skied.
Yeah.
And I think it's more length than anything else.
Yeah, I think I agree with the 182 Anomaly 88.
Right.
Like that's just, it's the right length.
Anomaly
and-
94.
Sorry.
That's fine.
94.
Yeah.
Just the right length in this ski for me, in these two skis for me.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a cop out or if that feels like we're cheating, but like it's challenging to draw comparisons between these skis because they are similar, and we're kind of like grasping at straws when we are talking about the differences.
Yep.
So yeah, if anything, go off length.
Right.
So anything else?
I don't think so.
You don't think I'm way off with my assessment?
Not at all. We're splitting hairs here. I'd be happy on either of these any day.
Yeah.
So like we're really getting deep into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that was fun. Let us know if you have any questions. And then, it'd be fun to do this with like Anomaly 102 and Enforcer 104.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Like that'd be, so maybe we'll try and come out, wait for some softer snow. We have plenty of snow, but none of it's particularly soft right now.
No,
After that wind.
no, it's not very accessible.
Yeah. So anyways, let us know if you have any questions and we'll talk to you soon.